Hi there, this is Neil Bulger, A2 Efficiency, and in this video we're going to talk about DView, a quick free Energy Plus output data viewer. So what is DView? We're going to look at that real quick. We're going to look at where to obtain the software, how to open it, how to load a SQL data file from Energy Plus of results, and then how to enable that data file if it is not already enabled in Energy Plus. We'll do another video on how to actually add specific output results at different time series to the library. But in this one, we're just going to assume you already have an output file and how to just look at the results. So what are we even talking about here? So just real quick, I have a file up. So DViewer allows you to load a file so you can see things like a heat map. Look at different. A heat map is basically showing every hour of the day. Here I'm looking at electricity use. I have a little profile viewer. You can put different trends. I have outside air in blue. I have a zone in red. And this is in SI units, but you can actually tell the file when it loads that you want it to be converted to IP. But they have a bunch of different like preset ways, scatter plot of data that you can use to look at your information, right? So this is just dry bulb versus dry bulb. So we have a line. But it can be really useful, especially the hourly plot for tracking down information hourly, right? You can basically see the entire year of a simulated run and then zoom in on a part of it to really understand what's going on. So that's the allure of this. So where do we get it from, right? So basically at GitHub, you can get this installation package from NREL at their two locations. This is a link to the general tool description. This is the release I downloaded and I'm going to use today. And I'm going to go to that website really quick. So this is just a link down here to their GitHub page. But down here, this is the file I downloaded, the zip file. And I'm going to save it. And I wanted to save it just to show you all. Oh, I already saved it. Oh, okay. Let's save it again. Oh, I saved it there. Let me save it on the desktop. Okay, why am I doing this? So it's not really an installation, right? It's just a very lightweight file. It shouldn't really take you any, you probably could just open it from here. But I actually did end up putting mine in my programs directory. But it's basically just this, right? It's just this software right there with a bunch of other little files associated. And so the second you open it, you're using it, right? I think you have to tell it that you want it to run. But that's it. You're just in the viewer. It's not necessarily installed. It's just a software. So from here, I guess I'll close it since I already have one open. So I'm going to close my model or clear the file. So I'm going to go File, Open. And then I already ran Energy Plus and I generated an SQL file. And I actually am just going to click here. I would leave it on all files. If you try and go to SQL, it sometimes won't show you the file, even if there is an SQL file there. So just know that that's a little odd. So I'm going to open it up. It asks me if I want to convert my data to IP units. I have a bunch of humidity ratio values, and those don't do so well, so I'm going to hit no on this one. Okay, and then you're here, right? So now you can plot. There is a bit of a trick, right? It starts by showing you design days of trends, so you really want to make sure you're going down to the run period. And then it's in January, so you need to use this little arrow thing at the bottom to say, I want to see all of it. I don't want to just see some of it. And now you're basically off to the runnings, right? Now you can see. And you can do this left, I want the top plot, right side, I want the bottom plot. So there's other ways to make different charts. I often use that one, and then this profile one. And it's a very great way to just do some very quick checking. For example, I checked my internal gains and found that they were lower in the summer because I had used a schedule that was originally associated with schools. And so I wanted to change that, and I went and turned off, made the summers the same. But I used this to quickly find out. So that is what DViewer is. So then the last piece I want to do is show you how to enable an SQL file. So if you don't have one in your IDF Energy Plus file, you can edit your model and enable it. So let's go look at the name of that object and how to do it. So the name is output SQL. You would hit new. I already have one here, but basically you would say I want simple or simple and tabulated. So I can do the simple and tabulated, and then minor in inch pounds. I don't really know if that matters, but you basically just need this object to generate the data files. And then the other thing you would need that I've turned on is like different output meter variables and meter files. All of those are useful because then I can go plot those. But you basically, if you're going to use an SQL file, that's where you do it. SQLite has to be enabled. And that is it for this video. Enjoy DView. I use a lot. All right, cheers.